guys are doing amazing. I said that I would provide a little bit of my thoughts on Shelley Downey, who's the Conservative Party candidate for our area of North Island, Powell River. And so yesterday I took the opportunity to go down to the Courtenay Exhibition Grounds where Shelley was supposed to be from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I love it when I sit out on the deck and do these because Danielle just laughs at me. She thinks it's ridiculous. Anyway, so here's my thoughts. So I drive in, I drive into the fairgrounds, park, and of course I'm parked where I'm not supposed to. So there's a guy, he's like, you got to go, but the fair's not starting till noon. I'm just like, I just want to go in, just have a couple minutes to talk to Shelley. Other people are like, this other woman is like, Shelley's not here today. I'm like, okay, well, it said on her schedule she was going to be here. So just as I'm about to walk back to the car, I see a woman walking across the parking lot. And I'm like, hey, I think that's Shelley. So I said, so I called out her name, and sure enough, it was Shelley. So I convinced the parking lot attendant to not tow me for 10 minutes. And so I walked Shelley down to her booth, and we had a chance to talk. Shelley is a Christian. She loves the Lord, and this is good. And some of the things that I wanted to talk to her about was the government overreach in terms of vax passports for being imposed by the provinces. I wanted to talk to her as well about conscience rights for all Canadians, such as doctors in terms of euthanasia and assisted suicides and abortion and things like that, so that people that work in the healthcare systems, that they would not be forced to violate their conscience rights by either participating in these particular tasks or providing referrals. And there was a bill that was tabled by a Conservative MP called Kelly Block, which was in the works, but because there's an election call, that bill has died. So I think that the Conservative Party does have a platform on conscience rights. And so I think Shelley wasn't perfectly clear on how that worked out, but she herself is for conscience rights. Let's talk about vax passports for a second. So in BC, we have this vax passport program being issued. This program has not gone through the process required to make something a law. So instead, our government has just said, this is what we're going to do, and we expect you to comply. This is outside of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. And when I talked to Shelley about this, I was hoping for a more robust feeling from her that this was a violation of our charter rights and that it's the federal government's job to condemn this from the provinces. So as you know, Trudeau is promoting that the provinces do this. They're like, well, healthcare is up to the province. And Trudeau is actually saying he's going to pay for it. He's going to pay to make this happen. This is a big discussion. I don't want to go too deep into it. But Shelley's position is that what's going on with the provinces right now is a provincial thing. It's provincially jurisdiction. In her opinion, at one point she did say, well, it's only till January. Okay, well, am I to believe Bonnie Henry about that? Like 3 months ago, she said, we will not do vax passports because they divide society. Here we go, we're going to divide society, and now we're only going to divide society till January. I don't believe that for 1 second. I think the federal government needs to step in. I didn't see a lot of echoing of that sentiment from Shelley, but anyway, that is what it is. I did ask her specifically her view on abortion. She didn't really answer, and I didn't actually expect her to have an answer. But I did say to her, that I was a little bit disappointed, that I would like to see a more robust, a little bit of passion in regards to some of these issues of conscience and moral values that are important. So to sum it up, Oh, so just to talk for a sec about economics and things like that. Shelley's from the North Island. She lives in Port McNeill. I lived there for a while, and they used to have a thing up in the North Island. It was called Filomi Day, so fishing, logging, and mining. So I'm pretty sure that Shelley is familiar with those industries, that they have a reasonable plan in regards to the economic situation of the North Island. But we didn't talk about that because, to me, that's a secondary issue. And she did say that it was important right now to remove the current government, so to get Trudeau out, and then maybe in the future that some of these kind of, she called them social conservative issues, could be tabled. I'm a little bit disappointed with that approach, but that's just what she said. Okay, so to sum it up, she's a Christian, she loves the Lord, and that's good. But she's a Conservative Party candidate. And so what you're going to get with Shelley is the Conservative Party platform. So you can look up the platform, that's what you're going to get. These are my thoughts and mine only. Shelley, I like her. I think that as a candidate, she'll do well, and that if she is elected, that she will do a reasonable job at representing us. I think that she has a set of morals and values within herself that are consistent with the Christian worldview. How much that influences her kind of political will in order to kind of push some of those moral issues that are important to Christians to the forefront, I'm not sure. I don't think she is like a Leslyn Lewis, who is a little more forthright in her views, unapologetic about them, but that's what she is. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I'll leave it there, and these are just my own thoughts and impressions. If you have something else that you'd like to add, please let me know. I definitely think that Shelley is going to be a better candidate than Rachel Blaney or anybody that the Green Party can put forward. When I think about the Green Party, I think of a party that worships the earth, and that their policies are based on earth worship. So they're going to put that first instead of moral values. In any case, I'll leave it there. I'll stop talking, and then Danielle can stop laughing at me. I hope you guys have a great day. Okay, bye.